Hello and welcome back to Banished, the RedKetchup mod in our canal city. We got a couple pieces of our canal done here. We've gotten a couple houses. We got another one that's lined up here to get built. And we have a decent amount of laborers and builders. I think I'll stick one on there. We have a row house here. Looks like both of them. Let's pause with that one just so we have our builders help focus on a little bit more in depth and hopefully not get mixed up. So I hope this isn't another road glitch because I want to cancel removing this and the stat stuff doesn't go away. So we'll see what happens with that. We have a few more canal pieces that we can build in here. And hoping to get this blacksmith done. It looks like we just need to have it be built as we're getting a little low on the tools there. Would have been definitely nice to get it in a little bit sooner, but you know, priorities of getting some of these housing and stuff in needed to get taken place. And we definitely need to move that up. So, for the row houses, we're going to need some stone. And it does look like that is finally getting done. Yay. I think this is still... Oh, that is a structure. Okay, that is all pegged to get taken out anyhow. And our trees are filling in this area, so I'm pretty happy with that. Are going to need the stone, so we can kind of do that. We got our blacksmith in. We start off with 40 iron, and it's good to get used. It's going to get used in some buildings, like if we wanted to upgrade a stone house, but for right now I really just want to make sure we get some iron tools done, so we can do the one log and one iron for a little bit of time. And to close this out, I'm going to add one more gatherer. And looks like doing a pretty decent job. We got the firewood kind of mixed in there and a little fodder thatch, so they're still cleaning out a little bit, but once that bit kind of gets cleared out, I think we probably were collecting deadwood. But once that's kind of done, I think that'll help kind of clear up a little bit of an area. We do have the herbalist still left to do, so I don't want to collect any of that. But we can collect some flowers in there. This is going to get taken care of when that gets built, and same with that. And I think in the immediate area, there's a little bit there, and there's a little bit on the side there that can get taken care of as well. Alright, so one thing down, we need to also get that other house going. We have our lumber mill making some lumber. Ooh, we probably have plenty. We have a stockpile there. We have those two stockpiles. Oh, those also need to get done. Okay, so if we could also increase the priority, that might help with our builders getting the tasks done. And hopefully this blacksmith will catch up. I think I might change it to firewood just so we can make sure we stay on top of that. Don't want to get behind on anything. And the lumber mill will... let's turn it down a notch, just a little bit. We are going to increase our houses, so we're going to need that fuel, but I don't want to go too overboard because I do want them to be able to collect the wood that we're going to need. A little bit of food that's sitting up there. For one person, has collected 300, so that's not too bad. Stockpiles are taken care of, which will help. Otherwise, they're coming down to this barn. We have got our full pasture going on here. We're even getting some fertilizer going on, so if we want to get some greenhouses in specific little places, we can start doing that sort of thing. And our little stockpiles down here, which will probably get pretty full fast. So there's our next couple houses. So I mean, obviously those two are going to totally match up together. This has a tiny spot. This will have a tiny spot because of the roof and stuff, but the roof will kind of go into it and hopefully connect and such. So we have now 25 people. We got 8 children. We are going to need to start to... Oh, she's 31. Okay, we definitely need to make sure we get our houses going here. And we have our canal going down this way. So I want to fill in a little bit of canal. Maybe down to here-ish. I'll have to see how that works. And then I think maybe make another little exit or zigzag, something that comes through here. Alright, so we should probably have them also try to work on this. This will help us get the stone we need. And we can work on that one as well. Okay, so they did actually get rid of it. So I do want to have a little bit of road here. And we're going to make sure it's all nice and double around all of our stuff. So we do have a bridge. The center of it's going to be here, but it will be, I think, good enough. It will be not centered, but doable. Alright, blacksmith has gotten 6 tools done so far, and has obviously the iron in its inventory, so that's going to looks like it's going to get used up pretty quick. It also should have some leather. Would it be in here? We got all of our food stuff here. And of course our stuff is going up because we have our tool limit and stuff set a little higher than normal. 20 leather so far. So what I'd like to do is get a little bit of this canal laid out. Perhaps I can have the canal kind of go down along this way a little bit, so I can kind of make a block here. And I'd like to get a school and also a tailor in here somewhere. So that would also be nice to do, perhaps maybe right here, because it'll kind of fit nicely on that side. We'll get into a little bit of action here and get some things done. snafu with this down here. It didn't have that lined up quite right and forgot to pause a few of these. So it's gonna look a little awkward, of course. Got a couple of our houses in and might be kind of close to maybe starting another one. Kind of looked like we had gotten all the young ones out. There's a 11-year-old, and somewhere down here was another one, a 10-year-old. Okay, they're the same. So we got our market going. We got all of our laborers in. I realized that if I'm going to have some of this be processing area, we're going to need some more stuff down here. So while we got their iron, rock, and rock quarry, might change one of them to random. We'll see about that. This does have a road, enough for a road, I think, to go in here, like right here. And so I could have it go through here. So I figured we probably need a foundry, and I could probably put a little stockpileage over there or something. And we got our school being worked on and our tailor being worked on. But of course the foundry needed to have a charcoal kiln in order to get that done first. So I'm having them make some of this for some of the fuel instead of our lumber. I think we still have a little bit left in there, so I don't have to really worry about that. And we have our stockpile up here too, so that's good. We'll probably need to get another one over here somewhere. We do have some space around here. So we got some of our road. Let's stick in there. And I think the road kind of comes over there. So we could put a little more stockpile stuff over here. Which I'm not sure if it's big enough for that. Oh, we could stick a couple of little 4x4 things. Let's kind of rotate it a bit. And I think I'll just stick a space in between. Okay. So that way that this can all be taken care of around in that area. And there should be a road there. Okay, schoolhouse is now open. We're in spring of year 6. And we kind of need to get some of the people educated so that these kids can start to become more efficient at doing all the things they need to do. So finally got some of that done. So I have this piece lined up, and I was trying to make sure I can line it up to make this little corner bit, but we didn't need to get a bridge in. And that's slightly overlapping, but I think that is the correct layout. As there's a road here and a road on the other side, which leaves us a skinnier bit on this side. So we have a canal dock that's getting used. I guess that's something. We should have, I think, another bridge over here? Yes. Okay. So we also have this blacksmith trying to make some iron. We did get caught up on tools. We're gonna have to switch it back over. We really need to get the foundry up. The problem is the foundry needs 18 iron to get anywhere. So that always becomes the, I don't know, the hard issue with me at the beginning is to get enough iron so I can get the foundry going and all that. So we have Taylor almost done. Looks like it might be a little bit of time before we can get another house. Of course. Forgot to get the bridge going. Or got the bridge going, forgot to pause it. So we got a little bit more of it laid out, and really the schoolhouse was kind of the important piece of getting that in here. And then this tailor, since we don't have any clothing. And we also are going to still continuously need more of the stone, and I think we can go a little bit further. I think we've gotten a lot of the stuff that's right by here. And unfortunately, you know, pausing these are kind of important because it uses up stone, and each time is going to take a little bit of stone away each time we need to use it. So luckily the houses aren't taking up too much. I want to leave, we're going to need a lot for the foundry basically. Okay, so blacksmith, you're just going to need to do some iron, or let's try to, I don't know, get some of the copper done. I know we probably have some gathered. Ew, not much. Not much at all. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be worthwhile. Alright, let's just have him go ahead and make some iron and stick with that. And we're going to just kind of get stuck with some tools, I think, kind of yucky for a little while. I was hoping to get some of the iron ones done and get people kind of caught up, but that didn't last very long. Alright, so one more thing that I wanted to get out here and get started is from the dock stuff. And if we need to move it, we can always move it. But I definitely do want to get a little bit of this going because I want them to start being able to collect the pearls and stuff. So that's partially on the shoreline, so they shouldn't have any problems with that. Fingers crossed anyhow. And hopefully everything with that will be okay. And looks like the tailor needs a little bit of iron. Oh, okay, so the tailor took up a bunch of the iron, unfortunately. Alright, that makes a little more sense. And what else are we building over here? I think we've gotten taken care of all that. Foundry is paused. We have the kiln. Got the stockpiles taken care of. We have some herbs, so I'm not like real hung up on the herbalist yet. Our health seems to be doing fine, probably because we have enough food variety, which I really like to try to get that down pretty quick at the start. The gatherer's hut definitely helps a lot with that. Okay. Alright. And our strawberry field. We did have a field going. So we got 700 there from the last time. So we have over 3,200 food, and they're collecting that. So that will be pretty nice. Let's see. We are going to have, I guess, the canal continue on that way, so let's get a little bit of the road situated that way. And unfortunately I did notice that we had a bridge over here, so I'm not sure if maybe I'll change this. Maybe I'll have this, I'll change this so the road comes straight down here, and hopefully maybe I can arrange it to have a bridge over here. But I'll have maybe like a row of houses, and then I'll have some crops. I'll just move it to at a later date. Kind of help rearrange things. And for now, for the market, I could probably afford to get one person in there for right now. So the food is doing okay. I think what I probably should do is get 2 more in these foresters. That way we have a little bit more planting and gathering of the wood that's needed. So that leaves us one for the tailor. And this will, of course, make them a little more happy as well. We can get some of that going. And then looks like we can have 3 in the seafood. And that also pairs up, I think, with our dock fishing, so hopefully if I do 1 and 1, they'll still continue to get fish, and then they'll continue to get stuff there. Alright, so it looks like we're kind of caught up on the things that I wanted for sure to get. I accidentally got a little bit more of that built. But we got a little bit more stone built up. It's the tools that's really kind of a pain here. I may also, when I get down further down here, I may want to put like a trader on one of these sides. That might work out so that they'll use this to come down here and get to a trader. As I kind of want to have them intentionally use the canals and stuff. And then I gotta remember, I gotta start flattening out that. It will probably look a little ugly for a little while as we try to flatten that stuff out. Okay, so let's check the houses. We got, yes, we do have one that we need to get started here. Do we need to get another one? Yes. So we got one starting to be built here. I think I want to kind of finish out this road and then use part of this road as the canal to go down this way. So let's try to figure out how to smush in a few more houses over here. It looks like we could fit a corner one in there. So there we got one of our things, and then we have, oh, let's see, let's use the skinny one. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we could do a 2. We can do a 2 here as well. So we need a 2 there. Oh, actually, we have a house there. Okay, well, that works out. And these, I think, what they take, yeah, they take 4. So I might not be using too many of those. Let's get a 2. And a 3. Or we could leave this open. Probably leave it open and, I don't know, get a little path or something back here, and then eventually we can put some trees or whatnot back there. Alright, so we should have 2 being done there. Well, let's pause that one and get that one going. And unfortunately our iron is not getting made quite as fast as I would like, for sure. We might be getting kind of low. Let's do a quick gather the iron so that there's an appropriate amount so that they can get it all over here. This poor little guy's doing the stuff all by himself. Okay. Alright, so we got the couple big pieces in here, and got a little more of the canal. We'll get more of that kind of figured out down here and see what we can kind of snake through some of this stuff, and then if we need to move that, we can move that as well, and figure out this side as well. And then next time I'd like to work a little bit on the dock stuff on this side so that there's housing available for the mining stuff, and hopefully finish fixing this tool stuff and get the foundry going, because the foundry would really help us in getting a lot more of the iron. It's just going to kind of be a little yucky at the time. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.